I live inside my own world of make-believe.
Welcome, fellow Fusioners. Character King here, and we got the Zexal world. We're going to be showing the trailer and be reacting and talking about anything I see. So let's get started. This is exciting. Alrighty. Ooh, that looks good. Did they just update the graphics? Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Cool standby. Got the original DM. Duel Links premiered in 2016. Got the red eyes, yeah. Dark Vision. Jaden DX will open. Oh, that's so cool. They put each animation in the building. That's cool. 5Ds was hype. When the 5Ds trailer came out, I was like, And this is DSOD. Nope, apparently not. No, nobody cares about that.
Whoever can open this door will gain a great new power. But know that with such a reward comes great risk.
What is this place? You don't determine. Oh, I can't do it.
You don't determine my voice.
It can only belong to one individual that I know. Yuma. The door of destiny has opened. Yu-Gi-Oh! I can't do the English, Zexal world open. Zexal world unlocked. Let's go. Okay. I'm ready. Pendulum summoning. No. Oh man, that looks so good. Oh, sure, we got Leviathan Dragon. Guys, if this was like Duel Links layout, I'd be down. That looks so good. You actually like a Duel Links design look like that. That'd be really good. Tin Archduke, Cheer Girl. So it looks like we're getting Shark Drake in Reginald? I thought we were only getting the 3, so I'm wondering if he's like an early event or.
What can I do?
You can get up, Yuma.
Astral, is that you?
Do not tell me you're going to give up. Do not tell me you're going to give up.
No matter how bad it gets, I never give up. I try. You can't.
You have the winning formula. Go and execute it.
I know.
See, I can't do tutorial.
I overlay level 4 Goblinberg and level 4 Gagaga Magician. I build the overlay network.
I exceed summon. Rise on up, number 39. Utopia! You have everything you need to win, Yuma. Rising Sun Slash! Oh man, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so Yuma and Astral, one character. Looks like we're getting observation. Duel Links is a completely new world. Yuma's Duel Link is on its own.
I'm feeling the flow! Get set to get decked!
Basically how I see Yuma. Alrighty, well, that's that overall. We're going to switch over to some of the new leaks. Alrighty, here we are. So we're going to go over some of the new things they announced during the stream, and then we're going to go over a lot of the actual, because a lot of the actual cards were leaked. I think all the cards were leaked, actually, except for, like, maybe some weird stuff. But, so we got the new trailer. These are all the new cards in the trailer. We got Shark Drake. I like Shark Drake. I really like Sharks, honestly. I want to play Sharks. We got the new main box will be Utopia. I don't think this is a surprise to anyone. They want to push product. So Utopia being on the front of the cover is like what you would expect overall. We got our Goblinberg and Gagaga Samurai, I think that is. Cowboy. I can't wait to Cowboy burn for 400. No, Cowboy is 800 burn in defense with his overlay unit, but it will be probably cut in half because of the Lava Golem restriction, I'm thinking, because 800's a lot of damage for a easy generic level 4 Xyz monster. If not, it's really good. I mean, even if, it's still probably pretty good. Right? Is that a sneeze? Okay, so we'll see. We got so we're getting a Man Sleeve skill ticket. I guess they have it. They don't have the picture for it. That sucks. It was on the stream. Let's see, SR ticket, Prismatic SR. I'm waiting for Prismatic Dream ticket. That's what I want, but I'm never gonna get that. Ooh, we get Zubaba General on release. That's pretty cool. Once per turn, you can attach one Xyz material from this card. Equip one warrior type monster from your hand to this card. Okay, and this card gains attack equal to the combined attack of the monster is equipped to it by its effect. That's interesting. If we get the right warrior, if we choose the right warriors that actually have effects, maybe. I'm just thinking like Slash Dragon, but that's not going to work with it. So let's start with the structure deck. For instance, it's smaller. I'm probably going to go over some of the deck archetypes and formulate decks off the new cards a little bit later, but this is what I'm releasing for now. So in the new box, we get one Xyz monster. We get Gagaga Cowboy. This is what we know so far. This is maybe not confirmed, these exact cards. Here we go. Okay, so we got Gagaga Cowboy. 2 level 4 monsters, so very generic. Once per turn, you can attach one Xyz material from this card. Apply this effect depending on the card's current battle position. It will apply, basically, attack position. If this card attacks an opponent's monster this turn, it gains 1,000 attack. Also, the opponent loses 1,500 attack during damage step only. Well, he has, let's see, 1,500 attack, so he'll be 25, making them lose. It's not bad if we're getting over things. You can use that effect, but usually you're going to use this for burns. It's kind of versatile because you can do attack or defense. If you just need another attacker or get some guys off the field. Or be able to get something in the graveyard is another way to work with this card. Defense position, inflict 800 points of damage to your opponent. Okay, so that's what you're going to use it for. It'll be 400 more likely. But if you have room in your extra deck, you can run one of these and finish off your opponent if you get them low enough. Besides that, we are running... So this is the Yuma structure deck. So we got Zuba Banco, Gagaga Coat. These names are going to kill me. Let's see. If you control a Zubaba or Gagaga monster, except Zubaba Show Gagaga. I can't. Well, this card is in your hand. You can special summon this card. Oh, it's one of the newer cards they released for support for it. That's pretty cool, actually. Well, this card is in your hand. Oh, yeah. Special summon it. You can target one Go-Go or Do-Do-Do monster you in your graveyard. Special summon it. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the extra deck except for Xyz monsters. That's actually really good. That's really good, because that means as long as you have Gagaga or Zubaba, which you don't have to actually, you don't have to do anything with it. You can just special summon it. Yeah, so it can summon itself despite having something in the graveyard, from what it reads. So yeah, you can just, if you have one of those, summon this easy Xyz monster, and then if you have one in graveyard, you can summon it back. Summon your 10 Archduke and have the flip down Book of Moon effect. That's pretty good. I think as Xyz monsters get better, this card's looking pretty nice overall. Gagaga Mancer. Once per turn, you can target one Gagaga monster in your graveyard, except for Mancer. Special summon it. Also, you cannot special summon monsters except for locks you into Gagaga monsters. Okay, so that locks you into specific Gagaga. So you have to play like Cowboy if you want Xyz summoning. That's kind of restrictive just because like a lot of our other Xyz monsters are Zubaba, so that means you are forced, from what we have right now, to go into Cowboy with the Mancer effect. Let's see, if this card is set to the graveyard to activate the monster's effect, you can target one face-up Xyz monster you control. It gains 500 attack until the end of the turn. I kind of wish it was permanent, but it is a easy way to summon a level 4 Cowboy. You can't summon anything else right now, so I think Cowboy, as far as I'm aware. Let's see, Gagaga Caesar, level 3. Want level 4, it's not level 3s. Let's see, this card cannot attack unless you control another face-up Gagaga monster. Once per turn, you can banish one monster from your graveyard that has a level. The levels of all face-up Gagaga monsters you control become that level. Cannot be used for Synchro material. Never mind, that is fantastic. Okay, except for the fact that it needs... I mean, you can summon the... like, Coat while having him on the field, I think. Yeah, he's a Gaga. So you can summon the coat after having him on the field, and he'll be able to do some stuff, which is pretty nice. Yeah, that seems pretty good there. You can just make the level, you can, any level, I think. It just locks you to the synchros. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's the ones that lock you out of, this one just thinks Z, so like, honestly, they combo pretty well together. Because you have to banish anything and change the level of it. That's pretty good. Bacon Saver, yeah, he uses that in the anime. Let's see, one sec. What the fuck? Okay. Alrighty, back. Alright, so next we got, let's see, Blindly Loyal Goblin. Goblin Slayer. Let's see, as long as this card remains face up in the field, the control of this card cannot switch. That's alright, not too special, just level 4. Warrior, Lady of the Wasteland, not bad. I think you can summon Zubaba, or Dododo. Yeah, the Dododo Golem that goes in defense and can't die. That's pretty good. Oh, it's attack position, never mind. Not the best, but... Field Commander Ross. When this card is no more special summoned, you can choose one level 4 lower warrior type monster from your deck. Place on top of your deck, not the best. It could have its niches for searchability. I mean, like... It's not the worst, like... but doesn't, I wish it added or something, because the problem is, like, my mind thinks the UAs, put the one UA that you want to draw on top of your deck there. So we got Goblin Pothole Squad. When this card is normal summon, trap cards cannot be activated. Let's see, also Trap Hole. Trap cards cannot be activated when a monster is summoned, except for Dark Trap Hole. Dark Trap Hole? That's... I need to look into that later. Let's see, Gaga Academy Emergency Network. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, special summon one Gaga monster from your deck. That is so good. Locks you into Xyz. Summon. You can special summon any other monster except for Xyz. Summon during the turn after this. Wait a minute. Okay, so you're locked into normal summon Xyz summon, so you can't special summon any other monsters except for Xyz monsters, which kind of sucks. I wish just locked you extra deck wise, but makes sense. I mean, you still have to control no monster. Wait, yeah, you have to control no monsters for it to work. So it literally locks you into a 2 monster thing, but you can summon from the deck, which is all right, I guess. We'll see. See, these we already have, not worth it. Cowboy went over already. Alrighty, let's go over the new box. Alrighty, here we go. We got Shining Hope. We have Utopia as, of course, the main box monster. This is probably what you're going to run a lot of extra decks just because 2500 attack, easy generic summon, can negate attacks. If it has no materials and someone targets it, you can negate 2 attacks and still swing into your opponent, so that's pretty good overall. Let's see. Yeah, okay. We got, oh, my mic fell down. Let's see. So that's pretty good. 2500. We have Satellar Knight Deltaros. So we got that one Satellar Knight card from Level Ups, or from the farming. Now we have a Satellar Knight Deltaros. So we have this card, 3 level 4 monsters, so it'll be a lot harder to get out. When this card has Xyz material, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects when you normal or special summon a monster or monsters. Once per turn, when you detach 1 Xyz material from this card, then target 1 card on the field. Destroyed. You can detach 1. Okay, so just once during your turn. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Tellar Knight monster from your hand or deck. So he comes down to what are the other Tellar Knights. He has pretty good stats, but he requires a lot of monsters to summon, so it depends on what is easy to summon, on if he'll be good overall. Because I know we have Constellar, but this is, I think, something differently, yeah. Let's see, we have Utopic Onomatopoeia. Okay. So they're giving us a lot of strong, we're actually getting a lot of strong Gagaga, Zubaba, Go, Dododo support in these releases. Guys, getting a lot of good cards so far. Let's see. So this card is always treated as a Zubaba, Gagaga, Go, and Dododo card. During your main phase, you can special summon up to one of each Zubaba, Gagaga, Gogul, and or Dododo monsters from your hand in defense position. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except this turn, except for Xyz monsters. So you can summon them from hand, which isn't the best. He'll depend on other support for how good he is specifically, but he's counted as all 4 archetypes. So he kind of links things together from what it sounds like, because they kind of blend together for each of their own little groupings, or like have 2 or in 2. So he may come up very powerful with just his naming overall and what he is treated as. Let's see, we got Satellar Knight Deneb. Let's see, if this card is summoned, so special or normal, you can add 1 Tellar Knight monster from your deck to your hand. Except for Deneb, you can only use the effect once per turn. Nothing too great there, but it's a good searcher. It's a UR, so it's probably a lot better than I'm giving credit for. It comes down to what we can special summon off of Satellar Knights. So we have Caius, the Shadow Monarch. Caius is fantastic. I love Caius. He's a Monarch, so you have to tribute summon him to get his effect. If this card is tribute summoned, target 1 card on the field, banish that target, and if you do, inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent if it is a dark monster. So, this card was very good in the TCG. I'm thinking they're going to nerf it to 500 burn damage, because the strongest thing about Caius is you can target himself. So you can banish himself, inflict 1,000 damage, and kill your opponent if they're low enough on life. So this card is not going to break Monarchs, but he's pretty good overall. And there's a lot of good dark archetypes, so he can have other play too, besides banishing himself. Goblinberg is really good. When this card is normal summon, special summon 1 level 4 or lower monster from your hand. Also change this card to defense, so you can Xyz right away. Easy way to do it. This is a really good card. DD Crow, new hand trap, finally. We've been asking for hand traps for a while. Like, they're like, Effect Veiler, and they're like, no. Something, please, anything to stop anything. This does stop something. Because you can quick effect discard this to target 1 card in your opponent's graveyard, banish the target. So you can banish Neo's Fusion, playmaking things in graveyard, things they need in graveyard, and just really affect plays overall. So that can be very impactful. Ooh, we got Scripture? Oh, yes, okay. New Forbidden card. I didn't even notice this was here. It just didn't blend out. Or stand out. Blended stand out. Okay. If a monster battles an opponent's monster during damage calculation, negate all other card effects on the field until the end of the damage step. Also, damage calculation for this battle uses each monster's original attack and defense. So this, that's actually pretty good for Duel Links, because you can basically make everything else non-activating. The only thing that really shuts this card down would be like Armades effect, because you wouldn't be able to activate this card after or during damage calculation anyway, so that's less relevant overall. But yeah, we got a new Forbidden card, so that's actually pretty fun. We can make some games and fun plays of that. Finally, Fiendish Chain. This card has been in the game for like a year, probably like 8 months, I think. It's been like at least 2 of the selection boxes. So this card's been way overdue. I'm finally glad they have it. They could have not added it, but they added it, so thank you. We got Gagaga Samurai. Oh, so this is a Gagaga Samurai. I thought it was Zubaba. No, yeah, so this one you can use with the other Gagaga support. 2 level 4 monsters. So once per turn, you can detach one material from this card. Target 1 Gagaga monster you control. It can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. When another monster you control is targeted for an attack, while this card is in attack position, you can change this card to face-up defense position. If you do, change the attack target to this card and perform a damage calculation. I also should mention the Xyz World is 29th, so it's very soon, a few days away. And I completely forgot what I just read. Let's see. You can make a second attack. Touch 1 material, target 1 Gaga, can make a second attack during each battle phase. When another monster you control target for an attack, while this card is in attack position, you can change this card to face a defense position and change the attack to this card. So it can attack other things and make other things attack if it's a Gaga. But it can attack twice too. itself. So it's okay. There's nothing too special about that. Stats 1900. I don't see anything too fantastic about him. You'll run him in a KOG deck, and he'll have his niches, but he's just a kind of a beat stick-ish. Costly beat stick is how I see it. They can double attack. Double attack's always pretty good, I guess. Let's see, number 25, Force Focus. See, that's the camera dude. See, once per turn during either player's turn, it's 2 level 6 monsters, so it's generic. It's good they're adding a lot of generic support, because I think all these are generic. See, generic, yep, level 4. Yeah, everything's generic so far, I can tell. Yeah, except for like this, Boojins. Okay, I got ahead of myself. Let's see, I like Boojins. See, 2 level... I'm making a Boojin deck when this thing comes out. See, 2 level 6 monsters. Once per turn during either player's turn, you can detach 1 Xyz monster material from this card. Target 1 level 5 or higher effect monster your opponent controls and negate the effects of the opponent's face-up monster until the end of the turn. So you're going to get something with a higher level, which kind of is relevant with Xyz summoning. You can affect some Synchro decks. It has to be during either player's turn. That's actually really good. What level 6s do we have? Let's see, level 6s, we have Monarchs, we have... I mean, we always have, like, level duplication at worst, or level copies, like, level augmentation, stuff like that, so... I'm sure you could force it out if you really wanted to, but yeah, that's... Yeah, force focus, force it out. But that's actually a really good effect. I think this card may actually see some play. It has pretty good stats overall, and a pretty good effect. Okay, so we'll see how that goes. We have, Mellow Melody, the Brass Djinn. So we have another Djinn. We had the one the leaks for Yuma. Once per turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card, and then target 1 Djinn Xyz monster you control. You can make a second attack during each battle phase, and your other one can boost attack by taking away overlay units. So they work a little bit together, but they're pretty bad stats. So I don't think there's too much special. Maybe we can see some other support for Djinn specifically, but I don't see anything off of the 2 Djinn Xyz monsters we have. They're just nice level 3s if you need a level 3, is how I see it so far. Here we go. Boojin T Tsukiyomi. 2 level 4 light monsters, so that's going to be your Boojins. Once per turn, you can attach 1. So that's generic, so you can use the other cards that you want to discard sometimes. Let's see, once per turn, you can attach 1 material from this card. Send your entire hand to the graveyard, minimum 1. Okay, cool. So you can just get your hand to the grave and get your effects off. See, if you do, draw 2 cards. Okay. That's actually really good for Boojins. When this card you control... See, when this card you controlled while face up on the field leaves, because of an opponent's card effect, you can target 1 level 4 or lower Beast Warrior Boojin in your graveyard. Up to the number of these monsters materials this card had. Special summon those targets. So that does everything you want for Boojin. So if you can get it out, you can make your hand empty by discarding your graveyard effect monsters. Draw 2 cards to get materials back, possibly Boojin Crane, which is what you want. And then the one you can discard to boost by 1,000, which is pretty good. And 1,800 attack, 2,300 defense is pretty good. It's one of the good defense. And then he has the effect to summon back, keep a Beast Warrior on the field if he dies. So, wait, let me see this. Leaves the face-up field. So even if he's banished, he still summons from the graveyard. So that is actually really good. I'm excited for Boojins after that. Let's see, we got KOG Sister. Let's see, when this card is normal summon, you can add 1 KOG spell or trap from your deck to your hand. Okay, so you can normal summon this. I see the combo. You normal summon Sister. No, because you need no cards to activate that. Never mind. I was thinking because you have the 1 card, you can if they control monster you don't, you can activate it, summon a KOG from your deck, and you can only normal summon, and Xyz summon. I think you do the one where you banish something to change the level. So you basically summon KOG Sister, search that, activate, summon, change level, Xyz to any level. Basically that you banish from the grave, but no, that won't work in that combo. Pretty good. Search anything. Then you can target 1 other KOG monster. You control levels of that monster, and this card become their combined current levels. Okay. So you can affect levels that way. That's pretty good. So you can adjust your deck to work around that. So you can summon something like Force Focus, because you summon her, you summon level 4, chains them to 6. So Force Focus is actually pretty... Gagagas are looking really good from the cards I've seen so far. I'm pretty excited for Gagagas. These monsters aren't the best, but they have, like... Force Focus is, like, negation on either player's turn is nothing to laugh at. For level 5 or higher, like, yeah, any Synchro level 5 or higher is going to be that effect, so, like, everything. And then you basically, yeah, that's really good. Because Sister doesn't require that much. Let's see, we got, new Satellar Knights. So we got Satellar Knight Altair. When this card is summoned, you can target one Satellar Knight monster in your graveyard. Except for Altair, special summon it in defense position. Also, monsters you control cannot attack for the rest of the turn. Except for Tellar Knight monsters. Okay, you only use the effect once per turn. So you're going to use this card. The cool thing is your other Satellar Knight does it when it's summoned. Deneb will search when summoned. So you summon him, summon back Deneb, and then you can have 2 monsters in the field. Unfortunately, your main boss monster, Deltaros, requires 3. So far we don't have an easy way to summon it from the 2 cards, but we still probably have more cards, so we're going to keep going. We have Elrin, the Lightsworn Monk Warrior. So do Lightsworn. If this card attacks defense position monster, for damage calculation, shuffle that monster to the deck once per turn during the end phase, and the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. So it's not bad. Alrighty, so yeah, it doesn't seem too bad. It doesn't do too much. It mills from top of your deck, can affect defense position monsters, so it can stall it is pretty good. But I don't see it doing better than the other Lightsworn monsters, so I don't think it's going to be that fantastic. Unfortunately, it is defense position, not just face down, so you can actually like switch your opponent's monsters or do something. So it has a little more play than I'm giving credit for, but there are other Lightsworns that can like force Synchro summons and do other stuff. It's a lot more crazy, but shuffling back in the deck is very effective. So keep that in mind if deciding to use that card. Now we have Elemental Lord, we already had that card, so I'm going to skip over that one. Gagaga Bolt. If you control a Gagaga... What? Wow, that's so good. If you control a Gagaga monster, target 1 card in the field, destroy that target. So you summon Sister, search for Bolt, pop something, summon the level 4 from hand, change levels to level 6, summon your camera. Their turn, you negate their effects. You have camera. You just okay. This is I like Gagaga so far. I'm excited to play the deck. Let's see what else we got here. Stellar Nova Alpha. When a spell, trap card, or monster effect is activated, send 1 face-up Tellar Knight monster you control to the graveyard. Negate that activation. If you do destroy that card, then draw 1 card. Wait. When a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated... Oh, that is fantastic. So if you have any Tellar Knight, so say I summon, I summon my Deneb, I set this, not that one, I set this one, Alpha, I set Alpha, they activate any effect, monster, anything I don't want them to use, I send Deneb to the graveyard, negate the effect, and destroy. Yeah, destroy, get a free +1 draw for negation, which is fantastic. Then I summon Altair, because I searched that card probably. Summon Altair. Summon back my Deneb. And then... I don't think they have restrictions. Yeah. Yeah, so you can just summon, like, Utopia or some level 4 with, like, no other cards needed. That's... Tellar Knight's just went up a tier list for me. Alpha is a really defining card, I think, because this is good negation. Like... Infernity Barrier is good negation. This is good negation. I'm excited. XYZ block. When your opponent control activates a monster effect, attach 1 Xyz monster material from a monster you control. Negate the activation. Whoa. Okay, that's monster effect specifically, but that's still really good. It's very turn 1 heavy. And the reason being I'm saying that, so this one may not see as much play. And because it requires you to have an Xyz monster, you lose a material on it, but you can negate a monster-specific effect. I think Spell and Traps are still strong enough where you can't rely on just monster effect negation, but you will see this and it will screw you over a lot of the time. But I think needing to go first, because you need to set up an Xyz monster before your opponent can affect anything, is a real hindrance to this card. Because this card's dead if you don't have an Xyz monster, making this not that great. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, you can get one from you control. So I don't think they'll see too much play. I think it will screw some people over at certain times, but I don't think it's going to be, like, top tier. I think it's a all-right negation effect. Like, this, it's good negation, that's all I know. This is all-right negation, not good negation. This is like Providence, but, like, less reliable. Way less reliable. Let's see, because like Providence, you can set and activate this card. You need to, like, okay, I summon a monster, special summon another one. You don't interrupt me. I summon an Xyz monster. Still don't interrupt me. Don't flip me face down. Because honestly, like Canadia Floodgate, it's like cool. You lose all your material. So Xyz monsters will have their counters. So we have let's see. Let's go next one. A new Bujinsi. Okay, I'm excited. Like Satellar Knights, Bujins, Gagaga. Like all those look so good. Let's see, Susan Owo. Let's see, 2 level 4 Bujin monsters. So this locks you into Bujins to summon it, not just lights. This card can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. Once per turn, you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card. Take 1 Bujin monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. So you can send the things you need in the graveyard as Bujin in name, so you can actually activate them, like the purple one or like Turtle to protect this card. So you can basically send protection by sending one to the grave. You can attack everything they have. It's 2400 attack, and you can chain it with the hand trap. Bujins are going to be meta, I think. I think Bujins are going to be... we still have to summon them, and they've had their problems with summoning level 4s, so I think they may be meta. Like, they have the strongest Xyz monsters so far. And they can tech in, like, the other level 4s, like Utopia, too, so, like, they're not, like, locked out of anything. I like Sister. Sister's just great, good for your focus, Force Focus, which is cool. I like Force Focus a lot. 25 is my number. Okay, yeah, but that's so good. And so basically, what this means is, okay, so you can attach a material, either add the hand trap to hand, or protection, or some effect to graveyard. So 100%, this will get you 1 effect that you want for Bujins where you want it. So yeah, this is fantastic. And then if your hand is bricked and you're able to summon out one overall, you can use your Tsukiyomi to unbrick your hand base, essentially. So they both work really well. And he floats, so if you're expecting disruption like Karma Cut, he's fantastic too, so I'm excited for that. Ooh, Sword Breaker. 2 level 6 monsters. So you can summon this with your sister, I think. I need to look into that more. Yeah, it doesn't lock you out of anything. Cool. So sister... well, let's see. Swordbreaker. Once per turn, you can attach 1 Xyz material from this card to declare 1 monster type. This card gains the following effect. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles a monster type that's been declared, destroy that monster. Wait a minute. Ooh. So basically, that feels very Buster Blittery. But essentially, versing a 1, it's just battles. Oh, that's good. That's good. If you can actually get this out, which I just thought about now, Hazy Flame are level 6 monsters that can summon out 3 very easily. So you can do your Force Camera with Hazy. You can do your Swordbreaker. Swordbreaker can say, if you're versing Blue Eyes, say Dragon. And then if any dragon fights you, you kill it. Of course, you can use like Cosmo Brain or pop your guy, but like that's the idea behind that. And they can like protect it too. So there's ways around it, but like it's pretty good effect overall. It's like Catastor, but Xyz monster kind of. Locks you in just 1 or 2, 1 per turn, but that's still pretty good overall. Ooh, a dinosaur. So you got Grenosaurus, 2 level 3 monsters. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, attach 1 material, inflict 1,000 points of damage. So it's got good burn damage. They may half it. I don't think they will, because this is still, it's battle reliant and it's a level 3. It's a good level 3 monster. I think you're still going to run Leviathan Dragon over this when we get it. But this one's really good overall. It's dinosaur. So it works with Dinosaur Kingdom and stuff like that. I need to look more at the dinosaur support that we have already to know if this is going to be good or not. 2 level 3s. You can just tech it into. It all depends, but It's a nice level 3 compared to the other level 3s. This is the best one we have. Except for, like, unless we get Shark Drake Vice or no, Leviathan Dragon. Shark Drake I'm looking forward to though. Let's see here. So we got Shining Elf. Ooh, a level 2. 2 level 2 monsters. When your opponent no more or special summons a monster, except during the damage step, you can detach 1 XD's material from this card. That monster loses 500 attack. Okay. So 1600. So that's not bad. But 500 is kind of negligible. Because, like, okay, I lowered your attack by 500 and then you pop my monster and it's like, okay, cool. So I don't think that's too good. It's if you have level 2s, run it. That's how I see this card. I don't see anything else besides that. If you have enough level 2s, run this card. Now we have Gagaga Clerk. Ooh, new Gagaga support. If you control a Gagaga monster other than Clerk, you can special summon this card from your hand. It's level 2, so you can instantly summon this with your sister and go into your Shining Elf. I think that's the idea between those two cards. I don't think it's too good. I mean, to be fair, you can do a fun play where you level augmentation your sister, summon sister, search your bolt, pop something, level augmentation, raise the level of sister by 2, summon Clerk. There's level 6. Use sister's ability, make them both level 6, and you have your camera or Swordbreaker after popping a card. So they have combos between the two of them that's like really, really good. So I could see that seeing play. But I think there's other like fantastic Xyz monsters, so I don't know what the best strategy is going to be seeing this card specifically, because the level 2 is not the most busted thing yet. Let's see, we got Zubababa Buster. Okay, if this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent at the end of the damage step, destroy 1 face-up monster on the field that has the lowest attack, your choice of Tide. If you do, this card loses 800 attack. So that's terrible. So if you have to inflict battle damage to destroy the lowest attack monster, so they have 2 monsters, a big attack monster and a low one. You kill the low one, you kill the big one. So it's not the worst, but I think it's a little too. It requires you to be battle phase based, which is a little better in Duel Links than TCG, but I don't know. Might see some play, but I don't think level 3 is like neat. Like, level 4 is the only good one I see right now. Level 3 is kind of borderline, and then level 2 is like So I don't think that's gonna be played really. Let's see here. We got Dodo Bot. Cannot be normal summoned, but can be normal set. Okay, so that's terrible. If this card attacks, it is unaffected by other card effects until the end of the damage step. Okay. Ooh. It has good defense. Unaffected by other card effects until... That's only when it attacks, so basically just Armades effect. Nah, I don't see anything special about that. Dodo Buster, level 6. Oh, so we have level 6 for Dodo. If only your opponent controls a monster, you can summon this card from your hand. So Cyber Dragon effect. If summoned this way, its level becomes 4. Okay, that's pretty good. When this card is tribute summoned, you can target 1 Dodo monster in your graveyard, summon it in defense position. So it's a Cyber Dragon level 4 is the best way I can see it. Not too special. Dodo's name, whatever works with that. Ooh, more Satellar's. Okay, Satellar Knight Vega. If this card is summoned, you can special summon 1 Tellar Knight monster from your hand. Except for Satellar Knight Vega, you only use the effect of Vega once per turn. So if this is in the graveyard, you can summon the other one, summon your Altair, which will summon this back, and then he can summon your Deneb from hand. Still requires 1 setup in graveyard, 2 in hand to start. Not too big on this one so far. Might see some play. We'll see. Let's see, we got Satellar Knight Unkalhai. If this card is summoned, I love how all the cards are if this card's summoned usually. If this card's summoned, you can send 1 Tellar Knight monster from your deck to your graveyard. Ooh, okay. That's interesting. Because I don't see a special summon effect. That's the biggest thing that concerns me about seeing these cards, is not any that special summon itself from your hand. It's all like search card, summon card from graveyard, summon card from hand, send card to graveyard is what we have so far. So nothing too pop off for a level 3 monster Xyz summon so far. Because you floodgate one thing, you can't summon your boss monsters, like basically how I see it. So they need more ways to summon, at least special summon, so your opponent doesn't get that turn. So turn 1, you can summon your Deltaros without any interruption is my want for the deck. So at least going first, you can like play through things. Ooh, Bujinji Wolf. Other beast warrior, and winged beast monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. Okay, other ones. Okay. So you can destroy this one. So that's I don't think you'd run this. It doesn't have a graveyard or hand effect, so it's trash. That's how I see it. Because you want your main beast warriors to be your field. Bujinji Crow. No, Crane was the good one. Crow is this one. Okay, so if a beast warrior type Bujin monster you control is targeted for attack by an opponent's monster, you can send this card from your hand to graveyard, hand trap, negate the attack, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the attacker's attack. What? Wait a minute. Okay, Bujins are broken. Yeah, so you just like, okay, negate attack and burn half your attack. I mean, they may like reduce the burn damage, hopefully. But Bujins are meta. This is another hand trap, making Bujins good. As long as they can get out 2 monsters, they win. That's how I see it. Okay, makes sense to me. Let's see, green. Ooh, green Duston. This card cannot be used for fusion, synchro, Xyz material for a summon. When this card faces card is on the field, it cannot be tributed. Okay, so it's just okay. When this card in the field is destroyed, the controller targets one spell or trap they control. Return that target to the hand. What? So that's terrible because you can only link summon with it, but we don't have link summoning, so. Oh, they control. Wait a minute. Yeah, I don't see where this is good. Maybe there's something I'm not seeing, but it bounces your back row if it's destroyed. So I think you want to give it to your opponent and destroy it, but like they limited the one card that like give and take that gives it to your opponent. So it's like nah, I think it's bad. Achacha Archer. They kind of like. I love how they just killed Achacha because they loop together Dododo, Gagaga, Dududu, and Zubaba, and like Achacha, get out of here. Okay, so this is during another player's turn, when a card or effect is activated that will inflict damage. When it resolves. You can special summon this card from your hand. If you do, inflict 400 damage to your opponent. Okay, that's terrible, but it's like whatever. See, Mimic, not good. Or is this wait, I need to read this. Let's see, if your opponent controls a monster, you control a level 3 monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Okay, so it's just the easy level 3 synchro. That's not too much to think about. See, Tatakawa Knight. If the activation of your spell and trap card is negated by an opponent's card effect, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard and inflict 1,500 points of damage to your opponent. Ooh, I like that. I do like that. Say goodbye, Blue Eyes. No, no, they're more focused on banishing stuff now. Discarded Invit to banish. Okay, so that's a niche like side deck card, but we don't have side deck, so it's trash. That's how I see it. Okay, we got Gagaga Draw. Banish 3 Gagaga monsters from your graveyard, draw 2 cards. That is trash because it is hard to get 3 in your graveyard, and if you do, you want them to stay there, most likely either deck or 1 in graveyard. Let's see, XYZ unit, equipped to a face-up Xyz monster. Its attack equal times rank times 200, so like 800 for Utopia. If the equipped monster you control would detach its Xyz material, attach its effect, you can detach this card as one of the Xyz material. So it's the equip card that plays into it. It still costs 1 card to activate, so I don't think it's good. It's niche. See, XYZ Override Field Spell. If an Xyz monster you control would activate its effect by detaching its own Xyz material, its controller can banish 1 card from their hand face down instead. Okay, so goodbye card advantage, how low 1 effect. And it costs this card to get out too, so it's like -2 for 1 effect, so that's really bad. So cool, I start turn 1, I have 2 monsters, I Xyz them, I played the field spell, I banish a card to activate its effect. There we go. I have gone my whole beginning hand for 1 extra effect. Ooh, Bujinsi Carnation. So we don't have many Bujinsi spell and traps that are very effective. Let's see this one. If this one is, let's see, if your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, target 1 Bujin monster in your graveyard and 1 of your banished Bujin monsters. Special summon both targets. but they cannot be used as Xyz material for an Xyz summon except for Xyz summon of a Bujin. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so that's I think there's a way to search that, so I think it's like a nice one of. That's just how I see it, yeah. Like maybe one or two of. I don't think any more than that, but like cool, easy late game or mid game Xyz summon. Ooh, here we go. It's a Teller Knight Ashalom. If this card is summoned, you can inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. That is going to be changed to 500 because that is really... Because basically how I'm seeing that is like, okay, so I can summon it, it dies, summon it back with your other effect, and keep like bringing it back with like powerful rebirth, stuff like that. So that's a lot of burn damage. So he's going to be probably only 500 is my... I would bet on his release. Sirius. If this card is summoned, you can target 5 Teller Knight monsters in your graveyard, shuffle all 5 in the deck, then draw 1 card. That is terrible. Might be pretty good in the TCG, possibly, but like your Teller Knights are going to be on your field in the Xyz summon, or like not 5 in the graveyard. So maybe a one of, but like for 1 draw, it's negligible. So Teller Knight Procyon. Let's see. If it's like banished or graveyard, maybe. Let's see. If this card is summoned, you can send 1 Teller Knight monster from your hand graveyard, and if you do, draw 1 card. That's not the worst. But we're still missing like the one piece to tie everything together. That's what I'm waiting for. Is like a special summon, or when summon. I mean, we can summon from hand, summon from grave. So technically, you can like after setting 1 and losing 1, you can do a whole combo. But like, eh. So Teller Knight Betelgeuse. Ooh, Betelgeuse. If this card is summoned, you can target 1 Teller Knight monster in your graveyard, except for Betelgeuse. Send this card to the graveyard, and if you do, add that target to your hand. That is terrible. Because you basically just lose all field advantage for hand advantage. That's how I see it. Regal. If this card is summoned, you can target 1 Teller Knight monster on the field. It gains 500 attack. But send to the graveyard during the end phase. That's terrible. I like how it says summoned at least, though. That's like the one good effect of all of them, is like summoned. Gaga Caesar, I think we've already had that one. Yeah, that was in the structure box, I think. That went over. Let's see. This card can be... So you can almost summon this card without tributing, but its original attack becomes 1800. If this card attacks, negate all card effects your opponent... that activate in your opponent's graveyard until the end of the damage step. So that's just... that's not good. Yellow Dustin. Restriction from all fusion, synchro, Xyz tribute. When this card is destroyed, the controller targets 1 monster in their graveyard. Shuffle the target into the deck. Red is same thing, but controller takes 500 burn damage. Blue is controller... banish 1 random card from the controller's hand. So it looks like you want to give these Dustins to your opponent, but I don't know how yet, so we'll see if there's anything that says give Dustins to your opponent. Let's see, Gambara Knight. Let's see, when this face-up attack position card is targeted from an attack, change the defense. It's okay. Nothing special. Let's see, Gambara Lancer. When this card is normal summon, you can special summon 1 Gambara Lancer from your hand or graveyard in face-up defense position. Level 5 Synchro. That's not bad if you can get into level 5. That's pretty decent. But you need like itself to be able to summon itself, which is like niche. It is level 5, so either like normal tribute summon to get its effect off. Ooh, not too happy about that. Let's see, Fla Elf. Let's see. So this is meant to summon the light level 2 Xyz. Once per turn, you reveal 1 monster in your hand. Increase the level of this card by the level of that monster. Never mind, it summons something else, but can summon that. So it's basically level augmentation. Cool. Cool. Okay. Just mix that with your sister, and you can do some fun stuff. See, the only disappointment I've had so far is we don't have any level 8 or level 7 Xyz monsters. Which level 8 and 7 would kind of be busted, because like, cool, Dark Magician, level 7, Blue Eyes, level 8, like no problem. So it could be a good thing, but eh. Let's see, Damage Mage. When you take damage from a card effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you do gain life points equal to the damage you took, so bad. No side deck. Let's see. Grand Ram. If your opponent controls a face-up Xyz monster, you can summon this card from your hand you can summon this card from your hand in face-up attack position. Not too niche. Your opponent needs something, so it's bad. Let's see. Bachi. Let's see. Bachi. When a Xyz monster that was summoned, using this card on the field as Xyz material gains this effect. If this card attacks a defensive monster, gives it piercing. So you can give your Leviathan Dragon a piercing effect. Okay. Let's see. Bite Bug. If your opponent controls a face-up Xyz monster, you can summon this card from your hand. When you do, target one monster your opponent controls, loses 300 attack. That's terrible, because they need an Xyz monster. Toy Knight cannot be special summoned from the deck. If your opponent controls more monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. When this card is no more special summoned, you can special summon one Toy Knight from your hand. So Toy Knight summons other Toy Knight. Level 4 is not bad, but needs itself, so it's like, eh. White Dustin. So White Dustin's terrible. Cool. I guess not the worst, but it's a vanilla. Monster. Let's see. Yazaro. Gaga Wind. Special summon one Gaga monster from your hand as a level 4 monster. Okay. It's interesting. Because you get like. You can search that with Sister, so it's not the worst card, is how I see that. But it's like still like someone from hand to get effect. Gaga Attack. All Gaga monsters you control currently gain 500 attack. Each Gaga monster you control. For each one you control. Until your next standby phase. Okay, so that's not the best. XYZ Reception. Target one face-up monster you control that has a level. Special summon one monster with the same level as that monster from your hand. Its effects are also negated. Its attack and defense becomes 0. Let's see. Too niche. Overlay Regain. Target one Xyz monster in the field. Attach this card to it as Xyz material. Not the best. Level Lifter. Send one monster from your hand to the graveyard. Then target 1 to 2 monsters you control. Until the end phase of this turn, that card's level becomes the original level. Okay, so it makes 2 monsters 1 level. Still costs too much. You need 2 monsters in the field for that to work. Xyz Soul. Target 1 Xyz monster in either player's graveyard. All monsters you control gain rank times 200. Then you can shuffle it into the extra deck. Let's see. So you can recycle your Xyz monsters. Unless there's like a really overpowered one, I don't see it being played. Let's see. Numbers Overlay Boost. Target 1 number Xyz monster you control. So Utopia or Leviathan Dragon that has no Xyz material. Attach 2 monsters from your hand to that face-up. That's terrible. That's terrible. Ooh, here's another Bujinji. Target 1 rank 4 Xyz monster you control. Equip this card to that target. It gains 300 attack for each Xyz material attached to it. Once per turn, when this card is equipped to a monster by this effect, you can attach 1 Bujin monster from your hand to the equipped monsters. Nah, that's traps, and yeah, I don't think it's good. Ooh, how about this one? Utopian Aura. Detach 1 Xyz material from a monster you control. This face-up Xyz monster you currently control cannot be destroyed by card effects until the end phase. You can still banish it if Karma Cut though, so nah. How many are left? Okay, so 2 left. So we got Reinforced Space. Each time a face-up Xyz monster you control gains 300 attack for each. Each face-up Xyz monster gains 300 attack for each Xyz material attached to it until the end phase. No. It's terrible. Gift of Greed. Your opponent draws 2 cards. I want to run this. I'm going to run this in every deck. Gift of Greed. Let's go. I'm going to make a deck. Alrighty, well, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know what kind of card videos you want to see in the future. I'm going to be trying to cover the Zexal release as much as possible, and get you guys any information that you guys may be needing. Let me know what you like, what you dislike, what you want to see. I appreciate you guys. Keep fusioning. Let's go Slash.